Hello everybody and welcome back to another NBA 2K20 video. Now guys, today man, there's no content today. There is literally nothing going on in the game. So you know what I thought, man? You know what I thought? I thought I would go back through all the comments of my videos, just kind of, humor myself by reading them. And I noticed a lot of you guys ask for, like, how do you snipe? How do you do certain stuff in the game? So today, man, we're going to be basically going the ins and outs of sniping, all the ways to snipe, the best filters to use for people that have low MT and high MT that aren't just theme based. So like, not filters that are just going to be hot, but filters in general. Alright, and then we're going to be going also over how much you want to put the card up for after you snipe it, how much you want to buy it, like how much cheaper you want to buy it and whatnot. So this is basically for all you guys that have been asking those questions on my videos. And even if you guys have been sniping for this whole year and you're really good at it, you may want to watch this. You might learn something new. But before we get into it, man, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. As you know, man, we're almost to 400. At 400, we're doing a massive giveaway. So you need to be looking for a stream today that I'll probably be doing, and I'll be doing a giveaway there. So it's gonna be pretty dope. All right, so let's go ahead and get into this video. All right, we're not gonna make this too long. I'm just basically gonna get right down to the point. All right, so there is a few ways to snipe in NBA 2K20. You can either go straight to the auction house, which is this baby right here, which you do unlock after you do a few requirements and stuff at the beginning of the game, right? And then there's also the collection, and this is not a bad way to do it either, if there's a specific card you are looking for and you want it to just refresh manually on your own. So first we're going to start with my collection. All right, so what I'd like to do in the collection for sniping for any sort of MT that you have, as you can see, I have 274,000, but if you guys have 20,000 or so, this is still going to be an amazing way to snipe for you guys. Basically what I like to do is I like to go to some collections that I know that are going to be fairly expensive and that aren't like super common, and then I can scroll through there and see if I can find a snipe. So we're going to start off simple. All right, so this first one is Dwayne Wade. There are 3 cards in this that go for a lot: Michael Beasley, Jason Williams, and Udonis Haslem. All right, so basically what you're going to do if you're using this method, as you can see, this Udonis Haslem is going for a ton of MT. He's going for about 30,000 MT. All right, so basically what you're going to want to do is if you see one for 25k or 20k, you're going to want to pick it up, right? And then you can easily sell it back for like a 10k profit. You do this with basically any card, man. Jason Williams is going for quite a bit. Like this morning, he didn't even have a card up. It was pretty crazy. He's going for about 7-ish thousand. That's what you can get him to sell for. And then Michael Beasley as well is pretty expensive. And these are the 3 main cards for this set. And you're just going to scroll through, and if you see anything, bro, if you see one up for 1,500, man, pick it up. If you just see it for any price that you think is a snipe, pick it up. All right, you can also do this with the amethyst. As you can see, they're going for about 15,000. Now this one is a little bit harder to do because if you see one for like 5,000, chances are someone might get to it a little bit faster than you. But it's still worth a shot, and you still might get something off of it. It's a fairly common filter and stuff, so people might be putting up cards that you're looking for, right? And then you can also do this with Bill Walton, for instance. There's not a ton of him up. You do this with the legacies. You can do this with Prime, all that stuff. You're not really looking for like anything like crazy cheap, because those aren't gonna pop up too much on these little just collection filters. But you're looking for cards that go for like 20k or whatever that really go for 30k or 40k. Just simple little snipes that you can make some MT on, and it's a little bit more fun in my opinion than actually sitting on the auction house and doing it, just because this way you get to see multiple different cards, and it's just all around a really fun thing to do. All right, so of course we're gonna get into the auction, which is personally, when it comes to the amount of snipes you get way more off of those, but like I was saying, it sometimes can be fairly boring depending on what filter you are using, right? So like I said, man, just go through all these filters and just buy the specific cards that are super cheap that you click on. For instance, this Michael Jordan, it's super simple. You find them for cheap, pick them up, and you can do that with all these collections over here, man. There's so many collections to go through that are, and it's fun, man. You'll like it, you'll enjoy it. like I said, man, this is just one of the ways that you can snipe. There's a lot of other ways, but this is just the first way that not a lot of people know about. All right, so this is the first filter, or the first thing, and now we're gonna go on to the auction house. All right, now there's a few things for sniping on the auction house. There's consumables, franchise, and players. Right, so basically, man, what we're gonna start on is players. All right, so depending on how much MT you have, basically, thing about sniping, right, is the whole basis of sniping is buy cards for cheap, sell them for more, right? Like, that's the whole basis to sniping, the whole little thing right there. As you can see, I just got a snipe Furkman Cork Mods, which is a ruby, for 500. Right, so if we back out, I bought him for 500. Let's go see how much he goes for. All right, so Furkman Cork Mods, his ruby card, I'm guessing it's not going for crazy amounts. Oh, actually, it kind of is. I bought it for 5,000. It's going for about 2,000. All right, so we made about 1,000 on that. You buy it, you send it to your auctions, you look at how much he's going for, and then you sell it for that much, right? It's fairly simple, and of course, once you get good at it, it's super easy, and you get your profit just like that. All right, so as you saw, that filter I was using was the easy 500 filter. Super easy to get snipes on there, man. Cards are going up constantly because, I mean, it's not filtering out any color or anything like that. It's legit just the straight up filter for any card that pops up for 500. You can get some pink diamonds. If you get those, man, you're making bank. Galaxy opals. There's some crazy cards that you can get on this filter, and you're basically just want to buy any card that you want. All right, so a quick little tip, by the way, when it comes to buying these cards, you can do, instead of scrolling down to buyout, as you saw what I did last time, you can just click on bid, because the bid and the buyout are the same. It'll just speed up the overall process of buying the card and make sure that you do get the snipe for the cheapest amount, right? So this is the first little filter. Like I said, I'm not going to go over any theme filters, but we're going to go over a few simple filters that you can use. All right, so this is the first filter, man, just to get started. Then you can also use this filter, the amethyst filter. Very simple as well. You put your maximum buyout to 100,000, which basically means, you know, no cards over 1,000 are going to pop up, and then you keep moving your maximum buyout or maximum bid down by 50. What the maximum bid does is it basically refreshes the auction house every time you move it down by 50, right? In 2K17, it was every 15 minutes the auction house would refresh, but this year, in the last 2 years, it's been a live auction house. So basically, non-stop, the auction house is refreshing. The moment a card gets posted by a different player, that card will go up on your auction house and you will be able to buy it, right? So basically, you're just waiting for someone to make a mistake and put up a card for super cheap, and when they do, you will capitalize on that and get that card the fastest you can. All right, so this is the amethyst filter for a lot of you guys, of course, without you know, much MT. And I would really recommend, for all you guys that, you know, are hesitant to get into sniping, or you just don't even know if you'll enjoy it or whatever, try out the 500 filter, amethyst filter, and then this next filter I'm going to be doing is the diamond filter, and then there's one more filter after that is going to be very enjoyable as well. Put diamond, and then find the cheapest one, which should be around 4,000 maybe. The cheapest diamond. Oh, okay, cool. And you're gonna do the same thing, just lower it by 5 or lower it by 50 every single time until you see a solid card that pops up and you think it's a snipe. Of course, with these smaller MT ones, you're not taking a massive risk by buying a card. If it pops up, chances are you're gonna make at least a little bit of MT on it, and that's gonna benefit you in the long run, of course. And like I was saying, it all comes with experience. Like, for instance, me, I know a lot about the different cards and how much to go for on the auction house. You just kind of got to be aware and up to date on all that. Like, for instance, that card just popped up, not gonna buy it, not really gonna be making much on it. It is an Earl Monroe, which, if you know anything about this game, he is one of the cheaper diamonds on the auction house. So this is the diamond filter. We're not spending too much time on the filters, just trying to get you guys through, let you know a little bit more about sniping. And then the next one is the pink diamond filter. Put it pink diamond, 10,000, and keep refreshing. Buy anything that pops up, any card you see popping up, buy it right away. That's a very good filter to use. Like I said, good for starters, beginners, and all that stuff, because any card you buy on this filter, you're making MT. There's absolutely no risks to it. As well as, like, if a card pops up that's like a David Thompson and you miss it, you're not taking too big of an L, you know, so you're not losing out on too much MT, and you're perfectly fine. All right, so these are the first like 3 to 4 filters that kind of come to mind when it comes to beginner snipe filters. And then once you do once you get better at sniping, then you can move up to the big boy snipe filters, which if you want to see those, man, go watch my last few videos. I always go over filters in my videos when new cards come out and all that stuff. Those are more the, you know, big boy snipe filters, like I like to call them, just because it costs a lot more MT to buy the card, and then you're also at a bigger risk of missing the card, and if you do, you're missing out on more MT. So those are some auction house filters for you. So you've got the collection filters, and then you also got the auction house filters that are also really good. And you know, like I was saying, the auction house is more consistent, but the collection might be a little bit more fun, just because your cards kind of vary. You get to see a ton of different stuff, and you might be able to see some cards that you wouldn't normally see go for really cheap. So those are my filters that I'm going to bringing up in this video. Like I said, if you want to go see some of my last filters, the big baller filters, go ahead and watch some of my last videos. I have a whole playlist on them, which is pretty dope. But I'll see you guys in the next video. Hope you enjoyed this. Hope you learned something from this video. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.